Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in becoming a member of one of our games, a player. We have open slots available in the Tuesday early game. That is a total of 2 to 3 slots available. And we have an open slot in this game. Despite Lucian being here this week, thankfully, we do have his spot available for anybody who is intrigued. This game does require a bit more of a screening process than the other games. All of my games have a screening process, but the players have to meet you to make sure that you'll fit into this epic campaign without being one of those nuisance power gamers that's just looking to try a different combo every week and make the DM's life a living hell. Because we already have two of those in here. That's enough for me. But without further ado, go ahead and give us that recap, Reese.
Last week, things were relatively simple going. Um, we did a lot of clearing out of the Toku estate. We dealt with the middle family, made our way to the upper family. And then just started searching through the remains of the mansion, finding out that the three heads of the Toku family escaped along with guards and servants. We looked around for various things, found I believe it was a summoning circle that was like sewn into the clothes of a member of the upper family that indicated that there has been some dealings with demons when it comes to the Toku family. Then, as we were searching for anything we may have missed, an explosion occurred near the guardhouse that we had stashed a bunch of stashed a bunch of supplies when pretending to be servants. And then the guard started showing up. Reese was able to convince them that they're here on official business as ordered by Riku, which was a surprise to the guard. He was able to convince them to keep it on the down low, but also keep an eye out for the heads of the Toku family who have escaped, because they were planning some stuff. Obviously, through our searching, we found evidence that they were planning on doing stuff on, was it the Spitfire Festival? Like during all the chaos start, just like we were assuming starting their coup during all of the chaos. And we learned through a series of questions via Speak with Dead that I forget the exact phrase, but it was like they're a phrase that discerns where they would go in times of crisis. And so now we're heading to reconvene with Riku to figure out where that might be and how to deal with the remainders of the Tokus.
So, are you guys going to walk back or teleport? What are you guys going to do?
Well, do we want to be quiet about it, or we just want to like get over there? That's the question, I suppose. Is do we want to walk or do we want to just teleport?
I think we just teleport. We should get to them now and at least let them know. Especially if she can action something while they're on the move.
Yeah. Okay.
And if we walk back through the city with everything else, we might run into something. Our clearance might not be going so far, especially if they sent out that group towards us here.
All right, so who's using their spell slot to teleport, y'all?
I will.
Alrighty. You do have Riku's circle, correct?
I mean, I've been to. Would I have Riku's circle, or would I just know how to?
Somebody in the party has it. There's no point in me asking stupid questions like that. You guys
I mean,
have
I
everything.
have it, but
There you go.
I don't
You have
have
it.
that spell prepared.
Done. You can use it. All you have to do is look at his outlining and outline it. So, you all teleport away, whisking outside and appearing inside of the Morian estate. As soon as you arrive here, I suppose now is a good enough time for me to remind you, she said she was not coming here. She's trying to be unseen until you guys have the solution. Well, everything's solved.
Everything is not solved yet.
Very far from. You took out all the fodder of the family.
Well, that's a slight kink in our plans. Shh. Is there a library here?
Oh yeah.
We go and try and look up where they might be going. They might be able to find some kind of clue based on like what we know so far. That I can absolutely remember because it was only 5 minutes ago.
Jeff, did you do a write-up this week?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Do us all a huge favor and read the fucking write-up he did. He's spending the time doing it for us, guys. Take advantage of that.
I actually normally do, but it's the specifics.
It's alright. We'll wait a
What did they say?
We'll wait a minute. That's all.
I don't put like great details.
Yeah, it was like I know we got quite a bit of detail in the last one of like where they were going through the questions that were asked. Like it was on the beach and stuff like that, but beyond that, I can't remember at all.
Alrighty.
Let
So,
me find my notes.
yep. Let me
Well, they
get
were
all
on,
of that buried for you.
There was like beach clothing, and it's their there's something their endeavor or something.
Jesus. Let me get it up. Yes. They are endeavoring to a location where they were planning to do something, more or less. And the only clues to the location that you guys were able to find by looking through their belongings was some general beachwear that they didn't get finally packaged up. None of you having any intimate knowledge about the Toku family, it's kind of hard to know where that might be leading.
You know, ironically enough, I did put the beach escape plans in the notes.
Yeah, I know.
So here's a thought. If they're like summoning demons, I know that's frowned upon by most everybody. Maybe they're doing it in No Man's Land, which is like a giant beach where like the gods can't fuck with you.
Might not even be doing it here.
That's true. I mean, they could be summoning them to wherever.
So do we know where Riku is that we could try and convene about what these things might mean, or do we want to just start like trying to track them down?
We need to track them down. I don't think she wants to be any more exposed than she already is.
Is there a records office of like Toku estate holdings? Maybe
A records office.
Because, I'm sure they filed official paperwork so they look important. Like, look at all the shit we own.
I don't think Morian's that specific when it comes to their nobility. However, they do usually keep notes for individuals' right of writ. So if you would have something, they would have information inside of their library about that.
All right. Well, what do you guys think? We already asked that guy, and he was vague.
We do have 2 more bodies.
We do have 2 more bodies.
If we wanted more questions, it's an option.
I feel
Also,
like
are we right in the middle of the castle right now?
Yes.
This feels a little bit awkward to do here. Should we like find a room? Like to at least get out of sight?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a private chamber with a teleportation circle. It's not like you're literally in the middle of the castle. You're physically in the middle of the castle behind closed walls, gated off areas, stuff like that.
Okay, is there anyone else in the room?
There's the Circle Watcher, who's a very old man who woke up momentarily, saw it was all of you, and went back to sleep.
All right, well.
Nobu gave you guys anonymity, so you can just show it whenever you want.
Oh, yeah.
So first lead is No Man's Land, and then we can scour the archives to see if that would lead us to any other. Because there was the cryptic thing that the dead guy said about, like, in a case of emergency they would go to, I forget the exact phrase.
Yeah, it was like the place of their investment or something.
Yeah. So I suppose.
So I'm thinking beach investment, like. But investment could be many things. Like, it could just be time and effort.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes me think of No Man's Land is the beach and the aspect of, like, I don't know where you would, like, need to set up your base if you're summoning a lot of demons, because people don't like that. Like, nobody likes that. Somebody's going to show up if they can, but nobody can scry on you in No Man's Land. It's like free of the influences.
We should probably head to the archives and see what we can sniff out in terms of other investments that they have made. Is there anyone else that we know that has any knowledge of Toku dealings that we could ask? Because,
I mean, it's been a while. Maybe Marquise has heard things. he hears things all the time, but I don't know how open they've been.
Mm.
You know, they might. I mean, they had a lot of shit going on in that basement. I don't think that they were trying to let anybody know about it.
Well, for now, I suppose let's go to the archive and see what we can drum up.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
So. Oh, that was weird. All right, so you all head out into the main corridor where several guards, as you actually, there's almost no guards anymore. Most of the guards seem to be well out of your way as you are approaching and wandering and heading out. You end up inside of the library where there's only one of the scribes of this territory inside. They look up at all of you and smile and wave momentarily, not recognizing Lucian. And everybody may try to research a different specific topic if they would like. Please let me know what these topics are going to be that you plan on researching.
I'm gonna see whatever I can find as regarding any shipping hubs that they use or other shore homes or property.
Very well. So you're looking. I'm sorry, say that again for me. You're looking at what specifically?
Like property on the coasts, like either recreational or used in their shipping, wherever they might be setting up.
All right, so you're investigating property that they own.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Instead of properties specifically, I want to see if there's anything about businesses, companies, entities that they have investments in. And then if there's any, like, essentially, in case they have, like, connections to any shell companies that they control that are, like, quote unquote clean, with that they have purchased things with.
Okay. So you're looking for known company affiliations, companies they're invested into.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Because it's really not Casimir's thing. Every time he tries, he just gets a headache. He'll give someone guidance. That's him providing assistance. Is staying quiet and just like, you're doing a good job.
I typed mine up.
Oh, you typed it. Thank you. Alrighty. So, well, if Casimir's not researching anything, that's what you said pretty much, right? I was trying to read what Vindir typed.
Yeah. Said that Casimir just gets a headache from it anyway, so he'll be supportive guidancing someone.
Lucian.
Whoever wants it.
Alright, who are you going to give it to? Before I ask.
This.
Alright. Lucian, investigation, please.
I did it.
32.
There it is. 32.
It just took a couple of minutes to get here. Alrighty. Well, Notably, it seems like a lot of this information is currently missing. Like there's gaps of information that have been removed from this record. That's a little concerning, considering the fact that, well, why is it removed? Why is it missing? How did
Yeah, these are
somebody
the records.
send an agent here to get that done? Very big concern. However,
Shady.
you do discover that there appears to be 3 missing serial numbers of tomes that would be associated with the Toku family and notable assets. Entire tomes are written up about like what is there, what is held, things like that. So they have 3 properties within Zodiac. That much you are positive of. 3 properties. But you don't know what specifically 2 of them are. 1 you guys kind of just had burnt down. So, good job. All right. Reese, your turn.
Would my eyes of minute seeing give me advantage for this investigation check?
What's the eyes do again?
It's specifically it's advantage on the exact wording. You can see much better than normal out to a range of 1 foot. You have advantage on intelligence investigation checks rely on sight while searching an area or studying an object.
No, this would not pertain to that. You are studying, but you're not studying an object. You're studying information.
Okay.
Yeah. But you do have guidance.
What if he objectifies the information?
We don't objectify here, sir.
Investigation. Normal roll. I'm going to. I'm gonna re-roll with magical guidance. Hope I can get better than a 9. 1 better than a 9.
You
So
certainly
Yeah.
can.
Best
21. One more, and I would have gotten 22.
We love 22.
Oh, that's true.
That would have been so good for you. But 21 is still good. Looking at it, the Toku family seems to have a lot of the information for their specific company or companies missing. However, companies that they have ties to, small holdings inside of, across Morian and the very vast ocean here on Zodiac, seems to be much more accessible. Like, this information wasn't discovered because it didn't have the Toku family name on it. You can learn very quickly from Lucian that they, were doing that shady shit. But anyways, as you begin discovering different shareholdings they have, different associations they have, you notice that there's a tremendous amount of repeat. It's called the Copious Scamp Company. CSC. And it seems like everything Copious Scamp Company associates themselves with, the Toku family has had their fingers in those pockets. Starting to look at all of that, you start piecing together that the Toku family seems to have a strong relationship with this company as well. And Again, you're not really quite sure who it is.
Is there any information pertaining to... Sorry, I was clearing my throat. Information pertaining to where this company is headquartered at?
Yes, the address of information. You can find it. They are inside of a location called Summersea Island.
And where is that?
That's just north. It's the island that is drawn onto the map, isn't it?
Is it this guy right here?
That is correct. Lucindo's, which is why you can tell him.
Well, here's something, and he'll, like, divulge what he's found. Beach getup, investment,
Of course.
a company on Summersea Island.
That shitty little island is super secluded. Nobody goes there.
Except for this company that the Toku have a lot of business with.
Well, yeah, I mean it's mostly just a hub. It's just a lot of docks. Sometimes, ships dock there first so that they can offload questionable cargoes before they go into the real docks. I haven't been there in a while, but I imagine it's still a wild place.
Well, that's the most concrete thing we've got, because it looks like most things directly pertaining to the Tokus is missing.
Yeah, I imagine that has to do with their influence in the court and with Nobu. They had too much access and they took advantage. I mean, honestly, under normal circumstances, nobody really cares if these records are here or not, but right now I care.
It's clear they're hiding it's clear that they've been hiding something.
Maybe we can call down the blessings of Imperial because they're evading taxes as well. He's a buddy of mine. He's got my back.
Let's hope that he is on our side then. Especially
If for no other reason than to make amends.
Yeah. Especially after the shit that Liara pulled. Anyway.
Oh, you fuck around and you find out.
Yes. So I'm assuming it's going to be much more difficult than just teleporting there. How are we going to get to Summersea Island?
Well, it's not that far, but I mean, we don't want to underestimate the Tokus. They might have teleportation, like blocking up or some other trap for somebody teleporting without, the password, for lack of a better phrase. How long of a voyage is it if we just get a ship? Isn't it just like a day or something?
In afternoon, it's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
You want to just hop a ship that's heading there and do
I
it
mean, I
that
could
way?
use a rest. I'm pretty fucked up.
Seems to be probably the safest avenue then. All right, let's see if we can't find a ship that's heading to the island then.
Okay. So, you head out to the docks, and you start looking and asking around for a ship that might be headed off to Summersea Island. It seems to be a little difficult at first to find anybody that is heading out there, and with you talking to all the large industrial ships and all the large charter boats and things like that. However, once you find your way over to the more simple living individuals, the fishermen, that are at the northeast. Is this the same island from Friday Early? That is correct.
Interesting.
Living universe. As soon as you find the more simple living folk that are fishermen and the likes out here, you find that there's one pretty spry looking person. It's mid-afternoon right now, so maybe 2 p.m. Pretty young human, maybe early 20s, late 20s at the very worst. Incredibly tanned skin from living under the heated rays of the sun, and they seem to be bringing in a large crate that they just fished out of the water, and well, they look over at all of you and go ahead.
Pardon me, my good man.
What? Did you fart or something?
No, I'm wondering, what are the odds that you are either going to or could be persuaded to head the way of Summersea Island this afternoon?
You're talking awful fancy for me.
Sir, my friend, he uses too many words. We have coin.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go to the Summer Isles.
Which coin you
The
got?
Summer Sea Isles. Well, how much you want to charge us to transport us there?
Just there, not back?
We could probably take it from there. I honestly can't guarantee your safety.
Oh, this is dangerous?
No, not getting there, but if you stay there, maybe.
So, there's a little danger involved?
Not for you.
Roll me a deception check.
No, if he leaves when I say, there will be no...
Yeah, but you know the Toku family. They'll gladly bomb this poor peasant.
It's true.
It's
I
a
will-
deception.
I'll use my game advantage. I'm actually not that bad at deception, even though I have terrible charisma. 21.
Hey.
Those are actually both really good rolls.
Yeah. He kind of scratches the beginning stubbles on his chin a little later than a 5 o'clock shadow, but still beginning to move in. All right.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Well, I see. You
No
gotta
hazard
play
pay
the game.
involved.
You got to play the game.
I respect that.
Yeah, let's call it at there's 6 of y'all. It's going to take up the remainder of my day, so I definitely got to make that back on my investment of time. Let's call it at 45 gold.
45, you say?
Yeah.
That's a fair price.
His eyes go wide and beady when you say that. All right. Whew. Give me. He'll take the 45 gold.
He doesn't know what he's getting into.
No, he doesn't. All right, and here, Priscilla. Priscilla, you see the person who's like taking the crate looks up at him. A slightly younger-looking woman, just as equally sun-weathered as he is, and he hands the gold over to her. All right, there you go. Make sure you stash that away a little secretly, and get me a bottle of wine as well when I come back tonight. She giggles and whispers with him a little bit before leaving with the money. All right.
Did we see any distinguishing marks on that crate that they salvaged?
Roll me a perception check.
Not good at that, but you know what? Whatever. 11.
11. It did have a distinguished marking that seemed a little familiar to you for some reason. But you didn't really pick it up as she's like dragging it away.
Just a second. This might also pertain to what we're...
Hey, no
dealing-
takesies backsies on the deal.
No, this is an addition to the deal. Just 1 second. Can I get just a look at the box, not anything in it yet?
You can't
He'll
weigh
throw-
it.
he'll throw-
You can't
he'll
weigh
throw-
it.
He'll throw him a gold piece.
All right. Lucky, no touchy.
He'll
Come on,
look
man.
more closely.
All right. You go around it
Cool.
on the other side. You see a very distinguished company symbol of CSC.
Those guys, they're in cahoots.
Well, you interested in buying it?
10 gold for the box.
12.
9.
Fuck you.
10, and it's not including the gold I just gave you.
Guess that means it's 11. All right, deal.
That's another 10.
He'll hand it over to his spouse, and she'll. So you mean we get all this gold, and I don't even have to carry that fancy fucking fat lug around?
No.
Awesome.
And he's gonna open it.
It's your lucky day.
All right. Roll me a strength check to open it.
Like that, just turn to Kaz or be like, I bet you neither one of you guys can open this crate.
That works on It's.
Yeah.
It only has to work on one of them. You say it to both to make him more insecure.
I mean, I could do it easily, but I think someone else needs a bit of practice.
All right. So, Reese, are you gonna ask somebody, or are you gonna try to open it yourself?
I'm gonna
Is
using
it
that.
locked or is it just like nailed shut?
It's a crate. It's nailed shut.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah, I'm just using. I think I remember hearing talk about having a crowbar, so I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna use, as previously mentioned, tactic to I bet with that nice crowbar of yours, I don't think you could open this box.
Yeah, and he doesn't even. He takes the crowbar and, with one hand, just rips
Yeah.
it off because his base athletics. Yeah.
Oddly enough, Lucian has a
One-handed.
crowbar. It gives you advantage on strength checks.
Yep.
He doesn't
If it's
need
the right tool
advantage.
for the
He's got
job.
like
Okay.
has got like just natural crowbar arms.
Yeah, he literally just rips open the top like it's Have you seen any of those those bodybuilders open up like a can of soup, but from the rim and just rip it open?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he does with the crate.
All right, I'm gonna start looking through and see what the contents of the crate is.
All right. Opening it up and looking inside, it seems to have this this fabric lining the inside of it that wasn't allowing any water to seep through, despite the fact that it was, floating in the waters. And when you move that fabric away, you see it was wrapping up what appears to be a copious amount of small little fireworks.
So
Yeah,
more
something going on with all these fireworks.
more fireworks?
Yeah,
When
that's the fourth crate we brought in today, by the way.
they want the explosions to go off, all the fireworks will create a lot of noise, and also be the perfect signal for something to happen.
Yeah, in the middle of a festival and whatnot.
Even more grand finale that then leads to more nefarious things.
Yes, but we probably shouldn't say too much in front of this person.
Shoot, you can just pay me 2 gold and I'll forget everything you just said.
You're just gonna forget it anyway.
Roll me intimidation. He pats you on the shoulder. All right, little guy.
Plus 6 if I get to use my strength.
Oh, yes.
That's
You
an
do.
11, 17.
That
That's
changes
what-
the reaction
that's
a
what
lot.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's about to pat you on the shoulder. Aw, that's cute.
He does, and he feels the muscles.
Oh,
Oh shit!
understood. And he just walks away. I'll be on the
Good
boat
job.
when y'all are. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Reese will put the fireworks in his bag of holding and then head to the boat.
Isn't your bag of holding currently full? Somebody's is.
We've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Lucian,
I think
you're
we're
carrying
both.
it.
We both have 2 crates in our bags of
do.
holding already.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is Earth still carrying all that black powder?
Probably left that in the
We'll say he
in the
left.
circle room. Just a big bomb in there.
Yeah, left it in there with a note that's saying, "Hey, this is ours. Don't touch it." Signed, Casimir, Liara, Lucian, Reese. Not Lucian, but Casimir, Liara, Reese.
By the way, that is the 4th crate that I fished out of the waters today.
Wait, out of the water.
Where are the rest of them?
They're at my shack. I cut you a deal, 9 gold a pop.
You are money hungry.
Shoot,
mean-
yeah, I am.
Yeah, but you're overplaying your hand. We don't need these fire. We honestly don't know what we're gonna do with the one we got.
All right, it seemed like y'all were collectors or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If for no other reason than to inconvenience them by having their supply, but
yeah. Weird
Greed will get the
situation.
better of you.
Huh. Well, if Imperial got anything to say about it. But yeah, weird situation. You know, usually I wait to see any of those messenger gulls that seem to be in a rush or a panic. That's how you know there's a shipwreck, right? Then I go out and, you know, I'll save a person or two. Is a good Sumerian I am. And then after that, you know, if there's things to be had, you know, fish it out of the waters a little bit. But this time around, I was just out there lackadaisy-like, and I don't know, I must have missed the goal.
I mean,
Is it a crushed ship?
No,
you
I
said.
mean, maybe. I noticed they were floating, which is also weird. Usually the crates fill up with water pretty quickly and they sink, you know.
Can you take us there?
What, to the location where I saw them?
I think that might be useful, at the very least for us. Maybe
know.
we can collect some more.
Y'all paid for me for the day, so yeah, no problem.
What do you think? Head out there?
how far is that from here?
I think that's a good hour rowing, give or take.
How long is it rowing if he's the one rowing, gesturing to her?
Well, I
Probab-
could use an hour for a short rest.
Do you know how to row a boat properly? You know, move with the waves and make sure you adjust yourself and calculate so you don't capsize with any, you know, large crashes. Because, I mean, this is a keel boat. It's not really meant for, you know, long excursions. But, you know, I can handle it out here. If he knows how to do it, I mean, shoot, I'll let someone else row my boat instead. And, yeah, but
I have zero clue.
he is not proficient in water vehicles.
Yeah.
This is where you need sea bass shit.
Seabass was
Yeah.
proficient as fuck. Yeah, he'd tear it up.
We'll get out there. We can take the hour you can rest. But yeah, let's head to that
Yeah.
area. It might prove useful.
All right, let's get to it. He starts paddling his way out into the open waters. Doo doo. Let me turn this down a little bit. Where's that? Open ocean. There we go.
It's pretty good.
right. Yeah, good. As you all are rowing the boat. None of you are actually rowing. He's doing all of it. You start to notice that there's quite a few other scavengers like him that are out here. Total of 5. Most of them have rafts. Some of them have simple rowboats, and they all seem to be maneuvering around and grabbing all of these various crates and bringing them onto their vessels. Even as you're passing through here, you see a man who has jumped off his raft with a tied line to his wrist so he can drag it with him as he's trying to maneuver the object on without capsizing the raft. There seems to be quite a few of these crates out here that people are gathering and collecting. Just with your naked eye, thanks to your robes, Reese, you could easily discern that there's at least 20 crates out here, just floating in the water.
How deep's the water out here?
You looking to be about deep enough that I lose sight pretty quickly.
Is that more or less than 100 feet?
Oh shoot! Yeah, I mean it might be that deep, but whew. It's at least 30 feet deep.
How deep can I see into the water?
You have dark vision?
I do not.
You do not.
I don't
You can
think
see
that
about
Dragonborn
30
have?
feet deep.
I don't think Dragonborn have dark vision.
Probably, maybe, but who knows?
Yeah,
Who
maybe
does and
it
doesn't
is.
have dark vision is so fucking weird. I'm about ready to say if you're not a human, you have dark vision.
No. Sorry, brain's not working. Casimir's going to put on his swimming armor, and then he'll just dump him.
This is the armor that gives you a natural swim speed?
It is, yes.
Nice. And you have dark vision, correct, Casimir?
He's a vampire. He better have dark
Yeah.
vision.
Got
And he's an
that,
elf,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. Dark vision and can see through magical darkness as well.
Okay. Your vision goes beyond that 30 feet. It goes about maybe 40 feet before you see the bottom, the sea floor out here. Again, you're only about an hour row on a keel boat outside of Morian, so it's not like you're obnoxiously far. However, you do notice that there seems to be quite a few reefs around that 40-foot mark. When you look behind you and around, it does go deeper than that around here, but any ship that's too much larger than a keel boat, this close to the shoreline, would probably be in danger of wrecking if there's any torrential waves happening.
Okay. You'll head back and report. Just to keep them updated.
Seeing all this activity, Lucian is going to begin the process of unattuning to his necklace of proof against detection and go to the necklace of water breathing that he has had like forever.
Nice. Finally get a use out of it.
Well, I used it when I first had it, but never. But yeah, I'll start that attunement process.
Alrighty.
It'll take a while, but
No problem. So, you pop back up, Kaz. You alert them all. It's pretty deep.
It would be a little bit bothersome. What do you think we should do?
Did you see any wrecked ships down there?
Did I see any wreck ships?
You can roll me an investigation and go look again. Wow, bad roll for you. 18?
Yeah. Well, 20, I'll guidance myself.
Okay, 20. You see that there is some very old wreckage out here that looks like it's been picked through. There is a good Triton community out here, as well as a pretty strong Sea Elf community as well. Not to mention, the native humans of Morian are incredibly adept at holding their breath and diving to such locations like this. The reefs are lush with fish that seem to be making themselves scarce with so much activity out here, but it is a location that looks like it would be picked through very frequently, and the only wrecked ships you see down there look like they've been there a long time. At least months, if not years or decades.
Nothing fresh.
Y'all mind if I fish out one or two while y'all are staring at that necklace?
Feel free.
Perfect. And he goes and he sets up this pulley harpoon system, and he shoots it over and then starts pulling the objects back as it slits into the middle of them. Just pull it back. Not gonna lie, I bought this thing probably about a week ago, maybe 2. At first, I was a little skittish about the purchase, you know. But, whew, it has saved my back so much ache. I think the salesman was a little crazy.
Good purchase is a good purchase.
Sure, you ain't lying. He said, hey, it's going to be 5 gold apiece for these things out here. It's supposed to make a fisher's life a lot easier. And, well, he one day sailed to all the fishermen on the dock. It's pretty good.
You know what company he worked for?
Oh, I don't fucking know. That never makes a difference to me. Here, you want to look at it?
Is any maker's mark or anything like that?
Investigation.
Now I can have advantage of my eyes.
Yeah, it's an object. Wow, thank God you had advantage because the DC was 13. The same symbol that you saw on the crate, CSC. It's on the back side, right above where the rope is like pulled back in to get it.
This damn company again.
What damn company?
So, he shows him the mark, and then look for the same mark on the crate.
Huh. Ain't that a coinky dink? Weird.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
I don't know about you, but I think this the maker's a right moron for selling such a useful object for only 5 gold. I mean, this thing changes the game out here. I mean, imagine I was fishing tuna, right? With this thing, easy. Tie the back end to the ship itself, shoot it in the head, hopefully, and even if I don't, puncture all the way through, and even if that thing takes off swimming, it'll bleed out, it'll die, and my ship is being carried by it. Nice and easy.
Is there a hook actually out at sea right now?
Is what?
Is like any hooks from like all the fish and stuff actually out right now?
Oh, the harpoon for him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
he's
of that.
pulling in a crate right now. So yeah, it's in one of the crates, and he's just hoisting it back.
I because of swam up PTW thing that you kind of saw. Have you got many of those?
Many of what? The stick?
The harpoon.
Oh, no. I only bought the one. I was tempted by a second one, and honestly, I should have and just had the missus come out here with me. You know, being myself out here with this thing, it makes me work a lot faster, but one of the main reasons I don't really like bringing the missus out here is it's a little bit heavy lifting, you know? It sometimes gets a little dangerous. But with a gun like this, whoo, she'd be right fine. Pirate come at us, hey, give me your booty, or some shit like that. She'll be able to pop them, give them a reason wear eye patch, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck them.
could lighten the load a little bit. Just hypothetically, how much would that be? If you're looking to part with it.
Oh, I am not looking to part with this. This changes the game, man.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
what if you had enough to buy two?
Well, they said they're only selling that day and a discount to all the dock workers. All of us simple fishermen. That's who they wanted to sell to. They gave this long speech about it, too.
What kind of speech?
Well, they were saying, you know, the people with the elitist large vessels like the big ones out there are trying to make sure we can't afford to buy the fine things that'll make us be successful in our own endeavors, and trying to make sure that the hard-working folk of this town stay down, and they were trying to sell us that as a huge discount, claiming that something like this will easily sell for 100 gold, but to all of us hard-working folks they aspire to serve, giving us a tremendous discount. I thought it was all hooey, and, you know, did need to dip into my savings a little bit, but 5 gold, and this thing has saved me some headache. They must have sold at least 30 of them. They said one day only. They haven't been back since.
Almost too good of a coincidence.
It is.
Yes.
You think you could find them?
Well, I
Just
mean,
the question.
it's where we're headed, as to where they're supposed to be.
Wait, we're heading... wait, not asking any questions. I'm ignoring what you just said. But yeah, you mind if I get that? I mean, there's another crate, and I don't... Finder's first person to touch it gets it. That's the rule out here, so I want to... He reaches for it. Reese.
Yeah, oh, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Possession's 9/10 of the law, of course.
What?
Finders keepers.
Ain't that the truth? Reese, you're an incredibly charismatic individual, but you got to talk a lot more simply to the simple folks. So, after an hour, you have attuned to your amulet. And he's gathered up 3 of these crates that he's stowing in his half hull that he has in the keelboat. It's not enough to fit, you know, people, but it's enough to fit these, you know, fairly short crates, you know, jam-packed down there. Ooh. Damn. Good day earns. Days like this make me a little happy that, I got fired from the Masons Union.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with that?
Oh, they were
Remind me
expecting
of-
us to do a shitload of work for free. They were saying, hey, our funds are crippling down, but we still need to rebuild the southern portion of Mori. And, you know, I'm all fine and dandy to donate my free time to help out individuals, you know. I got friends who live out there, but you got to make a living to live, you know.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Ain't that the
Mhm.
truth?
So how far are we from the main island that we initially talked about?
Oh, about 3.5 hours. We deviated a little bit off the
All right.
path, but yeah.
So you figure we head that way now?
That's up to y'all. I'm listening to what you say.
We'll take the
And-
long way and take about 4.5 hours.
Is there a specific spot on the island you want me to be heading towards?
Some a little more on the secluded side. Nothing,
Yeah.
Purely for safety's sake. Don't want to draw too much attention.
The docks are on the south and the east side, so let's come in, west, northwest.
Oh, you want me to go back? That might make that about 5 hours, but not an issue. I'll get it there.
That's perfect.
All right. Perfect. Going through the waters, you've noticed that the crates end up disappearing the further west that you head, and you also notice that there's more large vessels out here. Casimir, I need you to roll me a stealth check for Liara. As you start to notice that there are Ares warships out here. That's right, Lucian. 4 hours to long rest for an elf.
I need that shit. I need to reset my spell list. It's all fucked up from flashing, recall, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
She did say that Ellie's wasn't all that bad recently.
You're right. She has said one not a compliment and about a dozen insults recently.
That's a lot when it comes from Liara.
It shows character progress, honestly. But anyways, you end up heading over towards that more secluded area over on the far side of the beach. And as he's pulling up to the shoreline, you all notice that there appears to be a boat that's wrecked all the way out there. As well as, then, dear, you notice that there appears to be a woman on the beach itself, all by herself.
Does she look like she's part of that family?
Does she look Toku? She looks regal and noble, but you can't see or make out details. You're probably like a half mile away or so.
Well, I just didn't know. Maybe they all wore like bright ass blue or something.
A lot of nobles wear blue, but it's not bright blue. She's wearing pink, but noble attire nonetheless.
There's a noble on the beach ahead.
Oh, y'all are private owners, right? I should have asked that at minimum. You know, this island sells places for people to live, right? And only the...
Timeshare.
Yeah, that's what they call all of them. I don't know how you share time, but y'all are one of them, right? Sharers
yes.
of time? Okay, good. So we got nothing to worry about me going up there then. And he keeps rowing, completely oblivious. Reese, you can roll a deception check. I don't think you can possibly fail to this guy.
Get that one.
Oh, you're
Well, I
not
rolled
good at that.
250s, so
Oh,
I'm
but
not,
you're still
no.
fine. You're still fine. He's not wise or smart. He keeps paddling his way up there, and Vindir, when you get closer to around the 600-foot range, she seems to notice the vessel and then very swiftly moves around to the wrecked ship and disappears from sight.
Is there anything else around that wreck ship?
Looking. I mean, there's a few broken crates, barrels, half buried in sands. It looks like it's been there for quite a little while.
All right, who wants to take the the express trip. I can only take one of us directly to the shore once we hit 500 feet. Kaz, you want to come with me when we get close enough? I can pop us over there quick and we can try and find that lady.
Yeah, sure. Come do.
Check inside for hidden doors.
If you want, you can jump on my back. We can just sprint. I can like drag up. You can look while I run.
Do you have water walking, Kaz?
No.
You can't bring people with you when you teleport.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
But I can, which is why I'm specifically saying 500 feet. Because once we get to 500 feet, I want to dimension door me and Casimir to the shore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works entirely good with me.
All right.
And Liara has like her free spell is Featherfall. If we need
Yes.
that.
I don't know how that helps us here.
I don't either. But she sure does have Featherfall. You are correct.
She's gonna use a Tensor's transformation and launch herself 400 feet in the air.
And then Featherfall down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so Casimir and Reese are going to be the first people there. As the two of you arrive there, I think this is a good place for us to go ahead and go on break, everybody. Be right back. back, everybody. So, where last we left off, the party had successfully navigated their way over onto Summersea Island. On their way over to this area, they uncovered that there's these strange boxes from the CSC company that they are currently investigating that seem to be getting dropped off, not really a part of a sunken vessel or anything like that. No, when you're approaching around to the far side, Vindir's ever-vigilant eyes informed you all that there's definitely somebody on the shoreline, but as you all were approaching slowly, they took the opportunity to hide themselves out of sight, maybe abandoning the location, but being weary that you are following after the most powerful individuals of the Toku family. Casimir and Reese teleport over to the other side. Once you get there, I would like the two of you to immediately roll me a perception check to see what it is that you see here right now.
Oh,
Oh, I should probably scroll down, huh? 28. Casimir, the footsteps start over here, approach outwards down towards this area, and then seem to wrap around the edge of this ship out here.
As if they've like circled it entirely.
Well,
Or
no,
they've
they
just
didn't
went
circle.
around and walked
They
onto
started
it.
here, wandered out to about like there, and then they walked around, and then you can't see any further.
Oh, okay, yeah. Seems like they came in from the forest. Someone's been killed, at least. They went onto the ship. Let's walk around the other side. I can't see where it went.
all right.
You purposely step so as to not like disturb the other footsteps.
All right. Wait, Kaz, go back a little bit, please. Right around there. Okay. Reese, also wait a little bit. As the two of you are walking across the beach, Casimir, you smell something distinct out here. Coming from this side of the ship.
Does he know what it is?
You can't quite place your finger on it, but it's very, very faintly noticeable and pleasant.
Does it smell like food?
Roll me an insight check. A little bit.
Something smells good. Someone might have died here. Recently, actually. Do you smell that? Or is it just me?
Oh, I'm assuming I don't smell anything. No.
You ever get curious and wander around?
So, roll me an investigation.
Can I help?
Sure can.
Do you want to roll your own or me with advantage?
He said help, so advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Whenever somebody says help, that is them giving you the advantage. 27. As you are fishing around over here, you see the sands are easy for you to pull away, and you see this very large gourd that seems to be like 3/4 buried on the shoreline. Start taking it out, and the smell is definitely coming from it. and there's a faint crack up the side.
Does it have any like writing or anything like that? Any noticeable markings?
No writing, no markings. Noticeably, for how ancient it appears, it has no signs of any type of tampering with it or sense of beauty to it.
Magical awareness.
Roll that in chat for me.
Yep.
There's no magic radiating off this object. Or noticeable magic within 60 feet of you that's not behind total cover.
He'll wander over and try to pick it up carefully.
Go for it.
Yeah. Well, having a crack in it, he doesn't want to break it even more, but he's going to try and take a peek inside.
All right. Now, everybody else, you've been approaching over to the shoreline during this entire time. We'll put you at about 100 feet out at this point. Sound good? All right, sounds good.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that's fine.
No worries.
While Casimir is looking at the gourd, Reese is gonna take flight. Just about like how tall is this shipwreck?
10, 25, 30 feet. 35 feet.
Right, so he's just gonna fly up to the railing and like just sort of perch himself on top of the railing just to see across the other side.
All right.
Do I see the person?
No, you don't see anybody.
Any noticeable footprints in the sand?
With your previous perception check, no. There's been a few gusts of wind that have occurred. However, Casimir, you said you're gonna pop it open?
He was trying to look into the crack.
Oh, it's like it's a superficial crack. It doesn't go all the way
Oh, right,
through.
okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, he will actually try to open it.
Get to the top and you see like it has this little bit of frayed, super hyper dried like paper over top of it as you can grab the top and give me a sleight of hand check. See if you can open this without busting this. Oh yeah. Good. You don't break it open. Casimir, you thunk, kind of break the seal that's around the perimeter and open it up slightly, and this incredibly intoxicating smell wafts out of it and fills your nostrils, and it sends this shiver all the way down your spine and back up to your head, and it's such an incredible aroma that you begin salivating and salivating. And Casimir, you are uncontrollably hungry right now. Would everybody be so kind as to roll initiative? You two can pull yourselves onto the map, place yourselves there, but know that you're 100 feet out from the actual shoreline. Okay?
Gotcha.
The natural 20.
Oh, this is not good.
This is not good.
I am sorry, Reese, that you're out here
For
with
you
him.
guys.
So what? You're like blood crazy?
Jesus.
Suppose we're about to find out.
Oh no.
Oh, Lucian. So bad.
Garbage.
Yes.
Is
I figured.
is Casimir a monster or a person?
He is an undead, but he counts as a humanoid as well.
Fuck me, that doesn't help.
So I assume, like, while Lucian is swimming and he's 100 feet out, Johann can fly, and if he dashes, it goes 120 feet. So he's kind of like already.
Yeah. Johann can already
There.
be there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can cast spells through him.
Spells of touch.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Is that everybody on the initiative tracker?
Oh dear.
It's 4 of us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
got Leon?
Kaz, drag Liara out because they might need her.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you go against enemies that kind of know you.
Yeah, Liana's hurt pretty badly, so she's not going to be a lot of use in this.
Every little bit helps. Oh, shit.
What is she? Is she an elf too? Did she get a long rest?
No, she's
I don't
not a
remember what she
full-blooded elf.
is.
I can't remember either. She changes it every other week.
She actually is right now. She's an Eladrin, at least according to her race page.
So she could have got a long rest while I was resting.
Absolutely. It was more than 4 hours to get here, so she could have long rested. You can go ahead and click that long rest button.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
I'll be right back. I can use the restroom.
Uh-oh. So, Casimir. Top of the initiative order. As soon as you feel this ravenous state that you are in, you're allowed to say 4 words before your natural instincts completely take over you.
This smells. Run.
So the third word was ...
Yes.
And then run. All right, Casimir. You need to eat. You need to feast on as much fresh blood as you possibly can. You are ravenous. You are insatiable. You need blood. And there's this perfect bag of it right in front of you as you look up at Reese. No longer discerning friend or foe. Just simple food. Also important to point out that you drop the jug immediately. You don't care for it. Luckily, sand is soft. It does not break.
Okay. First thing, thunderstep. Right by him. Was Reese on land or in the air?
He was perched.
Yeah, I'm like on the railing.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll actually teleport just behind the railing. First attack, grabbing him by the back of the head, pulling. Trying to force him to the ground prone.
This is contested athletics, which I am almost assuredly going to lose.
Would I be raging right now?
Yes, you can use your class feature. No, you can't
No.
use any of your actual class features right now.
Gotcha. So he doesn't have advantage from this at least. So that's first.
You can't possibly beat that.
I could fish for a natural 20, but that I don't think
It doesn't matter on ability checks. He would have to roll a 1 or a 2, and you would need to hit 19 or 20.
But if he hit a nat 20, it would be 22. That's like a double crit.
Oh, that's an automatic success for him. So you would need a natural 20.
That's what I was saying. Like, I could fish for it, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. So assuming that's the first attack is the grapple, and then he's now gonna try to pin.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah. So the
Is that
first one was
another-
knocking him prone, and now he's about to pin.
Ah.
Yeah, so second attack is holding him down in place.
That's another athletics, I'm assuming. Almost as sure. Yeah, there's almost no shot. Yeah. He's...
And advantage, forceful join.
Yum, 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 yum. So, Johann starts freaking the fuck out as Casimir bites into Reese.
Yes,
I'd-
that
I'd
is
take
exactly what he's doing.
Yep, 30.
Vendir, you can clearly see the
Okay.
owl is conveying a lot of stress and more fear than it has conveyed since you've seen the owl.
That's him. That is end form. He is feasting. Well, no, he's not feasting yet.
Reese,
Go time.
All right, so we're gonna Misty Step 30 feet into the air. So, I'm gonna do. Should I do 30 feet from where I'm standing or 60 feet from the ground? In terms of how high I am.
if you're just going up into the air, Casimir, you didn't bring him down to the ground, did you?
Just onto the boat.
Okay,
So
then
it's
you
like
would
he was
be
on
an
that perch up.
additional 30 feet in the air.
Okay,
So that would put you 65 feet in the air.
So, just in the marker, I'm putting a 6, just to say I'm 60 feet above ground level,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 30 feet above the boat where I was.
Correct. And you are no longer grappled. Yay!
And then I'm going to use my action to... I believe it is a... it's from my Dragon Touched Focus. Yes, so using the Wakened property, I'm going to cast through the... use an object to cast Hold Monster on Casimir. Oh, it has no effect on undead!
Yup. You would know he's undead.
Oh.
Yup. And you do have the feat that allows you to cast 2 leveled spells on a turn, correct?
I do not.
Okay, so you can only do cantrips then, since you Misty Stepped.
Well, I would have been able to do the Hold Monster because it was through the object.
No, it's still based off of level spells or not.
Really?
Yes. They cast the spell and you can only cast 1 at a time, unfortunately.
Even though it's a use an object interaction? Okay.
I mean, I'll Google it, but that's seems logical to me.
Because in hasted turns, I've like cast a leveled spell and then used the Robe of Stars to cast Magic Missile.
I mean, it's kind of offset by the fact he only gets to do it once per day. I guess.
Objects casting the spell does not count as the creature casting the spells. Since you cannot be countered spell, you are also not under the same special restrictions of spell casting as bonus actions and actions on your turn. Yeah, you are correct. You could. Good call on that one. Yeah. I guess that makes sense too. Yeah. Okay.
So in... I'm just gonna dash further up into the air, so I'll be 90 total feet above ground level, 60 feet above Casimir.
Alrighty. Liara's go. Kaz, that's all you.
So how far away is she, and what does she know?
She is 100 feet away from the shoreline. She's relatively close to Vindir as they're currently swimming over. And she knows whatever Vindir conveys to her about the bird. So, Vindir, do you convey anything?
Bird's freaking out. It looks scared.
Maybe there's a cat over there.
Bird's behind us.
Birds don't like cats. Like, have you seen the way it looks at her?
Yes.
We can get closer. Maybe we can keep the cat. She'll just head in that direction. She doesn't know.
So she's not dashing?
Situation. Yeah, she's dashing
Okay.
to get closer.
So
But,
she moves 60 feet.
Yep.
La la la.
That's
la,
all she
la,
knows.
La 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 la. When she's 40 feet away, she sees Reese flying in the air, dripping blood profusely with a feral Casimir looking up at him.
Kaz is hungry. Bad.
Cat is always hungry.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Reese says Kaz is hungry. He's always hungry.
He's not usually hungry for us.
Hold on, she missed the dash, so that's her.
Alrighty.
She's conveyed what she could.
Vindir.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hold on a second. Let me see if I have a spell that'll get me faster. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna dash. So now I'm 40 feet away.
Alright. You are now 40 feet from the shoreline. Lucian.
Yeah, So yeah, I'm going to move and Misty Step, so that's 60 feet, and my action
Whoa,
is going to be the jewel dagger on my belt. I will touch the gem in the pommel, and it will give me a +1 to my spell attacks and spell save for an hour.
Ding.
That's my action.
Alright, so you move 60 feet, and that's your action.
Yep, and Johan is still going to kind of observe the situation. Is there any way to see, like, is Casimir visibly crazed?
I mean, his eyes are bloodshot, and he is drooling blood.
And this happened after he, like, examined the vase?
As soon as he opened it, he just instinctually breathed in, and then went like this.
Okay.
You've seen feral vampires.
Yeah,
So
he's
you
been,
know.
like, affected by some sort of whatever that vase was. Okay. And Johan is similar to Reese, flying straight up out of Casimir's range.
Yes.
He's observing and getting the fuck out.
All right. All
And,
done?
Yeah, that's my turn, because, yeah,
Casimir.
How high up is Reese?
From your current position, he is 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet.
You know, that's a really bad shame for someone who has a speed of 55 feet
Yeah.
and can teleport at will. So he's going to thunder step up just underneath Reese, try to grab his foot, and he's coming down with him. Essentially trying to use Reese as a weapon to slam him back down.
All right, so oppose athletics. Reese, you can choose acrobatics if you will. I'm going to say the elevated ground is going to give Reese advantage. Since you are technically 5 feet beneath him, that means you only have a 6-inch range of grabbing him?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah. So Reese has advantage. Okay, never mind. What, 22? Damn. Grabs onto you. And give me an unarmed strike, Casimir, I guess. And the additional damage that both of you are taking is going to be the 30 feet of falling. So that's going to be 3d6.
I'm gonna feather fall myself.
Oh, never mind. If you catch Casimir as well, you don't take any of the 3d6. You both just go down. So, punch. You get 8 points of bludgeoning damage, Reese.
But
Okay.
he's grabbed onto him now, isn't he? Or are both of them on the ground now?
Both of you are on the top of the ship.
Okay. Next one is again going to be to grab.
Go for it.
I didn't have advantage there, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm literally just fishing for crits.
Yep.
Yeah. Follow up, forceful drain.
Oh,
You missed!
you hit a particularly strong part of his scales, and
My
chipped your
grill.
grill.
You've been reinforcing that for a reason.
That's him. That was 3 attacks.
Alrighty. Well then, next up, Reese.
okay, I need to read this spell to see if. Is Kaz immune to charm? I suppose I wouldn't. Would I know that?
You have seen him be charmed in the past.
Okay.
Liara is usually the one that saves him from that.
Oh. He has to do this. 'Cause he's really got nothing else to try and stop him. I'm going to heightened spell Dominate Monster.
Okay. Kaz, I believe that
Even-
is a
DC 19
wisdom.
wisdom save at disadvantage.
Well then,
Yeah, he can't use class features, so he can't do anything about that.
correct. So you are now charmed by Reese. having two charm effects on you simultaneously, you feel that other effects that had encompassed your mind. It put you back into a completely feral state. But with him doing this now, you can still feel the contention happening between him and whatever scent is coming from that vase, Casimir. So you have 4 words to express whatever you were trying to say.
Vase. Smell. Hunger. Can't. That's it.
Okay, so that was my action to cast Dominate Monster. So I have a telepathic link with him that I can use to issue commands.
Correct. Yes.
I'm gonna tell him to just stand still, and Reese is gonna try and grab the vase and bring it to the water.
All right. So, you command Kaz to stand still. You can easily pick up the vase. Roll me a perception check.
Good at those.
13. High enough. As you're about to walk away, you stop and pick up the lid as well. And start heading over towards the shoreline, you said?
Yep.
All right.
I'm assuming I can't use a bonus action to chuck it into the water. Since my object interaction is picking it up.
Accurately throw something would be a lot more effort. Also, the vase feels pretty fragile. Liara.
That is me.
Yep.
What can she do? She'll move up, I've been told this. And... No, she doesn't have that one prepared. Move Earth, and then try to just encase Casimir.
Okay, roll that into chat. Is that Casimir has to give a dex save, or...
I don't think any.
I did tell him to stand still. But he's
Yep.
also on the ship. I'm not sure how well that would work.
Well, what I'm imagining is, it's essentially, it's in the area that she's doing it, and she's just piling up the sand to essentially create a dome over the top of him, so he has to stay within the dome, and he can't see out because it's a solid wall.
She can only do a 40-foot square, which would only be 5 feet above Kaz, so his head would still be out, since you're on top of the ship still, which is 35 feet high. Wait, you can create a pillar up to 20 feet high. Yeah, she couldn't do that then. Kaz is too high up, 35 feet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Trying to learn weird spells.
Yeah, welcome to Wyatt. I just realized the map hasn't been shown this entire time.
I've been seeing it.
No, I meant on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
She'll ask, is it magic?
It's this shit. And he's like got the gourd in his hand.
Disintegrate. Boom.
Oh no. Liara is a moron, that's right. She casts Disintegrate on the gourd. As it completely turns to ash,
Do I see this happening? Can I counterspell that?
you
'Cause
can.
I
yeah.
don't think we want to destroy this gourd. We need to cap it.
Yep, you can counterspell it.
Disintegrate would get rid of it entirely.
Would get rid of the gourd, not what's inside of it. Remember, your sense can't tell if anything's magical inside full cover.
So that would be a dirty 20
Oh yeah,
to
countered.
dispel or counterspell. Don't destroy the gourd.
If it's not there, it's not a problem. Oh, that's so.
Already.
Well, I only had the 4 words. I yelled, "Don't destroy the gourd."
Vendir, you can feel something ancient inside of that gourd. Something very, very almost primordial and old.
Now, not sure how this would work.
Okay,
Can I banish the gourd?
you can.
Okay.
You can
Then
certainly
that's-
try at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna attempt to do.
You cast Banishment on the gourd. I need you to give me a wisdom check, please.
Wisdom check. Done one of these in a while. Well, that sucks. You know what? Actually, I have a bunch of these saved up. Let's go ahead and use one. Let's see which one I have. I want to use up first. You know what? Thanks, Otis.
Thank you, Otis.
13. Better than a nat 1.
We're sticking with 13.
Fuck. Yeah. For now.
All right. You press your will onto the object, and you feel like there's something inside that seems to be contesting it.
Wait, how far away from me is Vendir?
You're 30 feet in front and 5, 10, 15 feet away. So 35 feet away?
Okay. Well, I think I can use this then. Give him a reroll.
Do it. Reroll.
If I'm within 30 feet, I can use
he's
my
30
reaction.
He's 35, he said.
Yeah, but it's...
Oh,
you guys are off the map, so it's difficult. I can be convinced of 30. Since the only real difference in movement has been a Misty Step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see his
30, 20.
troubles converge the future.
And as you find the future that he is successful, you see multiple different outcomes in that moment, Lucian. A moment where Casimir breaks free of Reese's spell and destroys him, destroys the vase, and destroys all of you. A moment where Casimir releases from the spell, destroys Reese, destroys the vase, nearly destroys you before Liara and Vendir take him out, and all other manners of possible outcomes before you find the right one where Vendir banishes the object, and then moments later Casimir begins to calm down tremendously. That bloodshot look in his eye subsides, and he just has a simple growl to his stomach. Casimir, you're still very, very hungry, but you know how to control yourself under hunger. We can leave initiative now, since it's clear that Casimir is controlled.
Yeah, he doesn't have control over himself just yet. 'Cause
Correct.
He still has a dominate monster on him, doesn't he?
Well-
Correct, but there's a difference between what Reese is doing and
Yes.
what you were just like.
Yeah,
What
and
the hell was that?
And with Dominate Monster, like, technically, we're telepathically linked, and you're charmed.
Yeah.
I have to use an action to exert full control, or a free action to give you a command. But if I do nothing, you can act as normal, but you're charmed.
Yeah. Right now, the last command was stay still. But through the telepathic thing, rather than like kill, hunger, feast, consume, it's probably died a little bit now, so that it's more like reasonable. There's some actual speech of
Yeah, because like
The
the vase
hell
is
just-
gone.
happened.
Reese is gonna hold his neck and look over at Kaz, like, you feel a bit more in control there, pal?
Mm. To some
What the hell was that,
extent.
man?
I really need to drink. He's just gonna start searching in his pack, like rapidly, for some bottle or something that he'll have on him.
You got like a shit ton of blood wine, don't
Oh,
you?
he's hacked. He keeps things in stock. So yeah, he's gonna grab one of the fine blood wines that he got not that long ago and just chug the entire thing.
So it looks like whenever he opened that gourd, something made him lose control, and then,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Whew, that was...
Lucian will move over to Reese and give him a potion. Here, man, drink this. 13 hit points.
When Lucian gives you a potion, it's a lot better. Now,
Dude, my
technically, you have
potion's
to feed it to
Fucking
him.
Good.
But you
Yeah,
know.
I'm like, dude, you look rough. Here, have a drink.
Thank you. Oh,
What the
That-
hell just happened? Like, man.
that's something out of my nightmares.
Hey, you and me both, man. You do not want to be on the wrong end of that.
He'll... Seeing Kaz now, like, chugging blood wine, he's gonna end concentration on Dominate Monster. Clearly, Kaz is at least in control of his faculties, so he doesn't need to be, like, actually exerting control, so he's just gonna end concentration on it.
And it's been longer than a minute, also to clarify, so the gourd's still gone. Clearly wasn't native to
Oh.
this realm, Vindir.
Thank
thing.
God.
Vindir would have noticed.
Wow. Okay, well, they definitely know we're coming. In more ways than one. If they had something like that ready for Casimir,
Yeah, they're fuckers. They've been fucking around with demon entities for too long. We need to put an end to this.
Takes him a little bit to like drink the entire bottle. Bruno does, he just like smashes against the bolt. Like heavy breathing of just relief as not as hungry, but
You're still salivating,
stable.
though.
Yeah. He tries to wipe it away. I'm sorry about that.
I don't blame you. It's just we have to be careful. If you smell, because I noticed you smelled something funny, and then it wasn't until you actually cracked it open that it actually took hold of you.
No,
So
yes.
if you smell something similar again, just try and warn us. I know that's sort of easy to say when an actual whiff of the actual stuff sent you berserk, but
It seemed to purposely have a crack in it, and I don't know if that was what was letting out the sense to draw my attention. And I also don't know if it. Should I tell now if after being under its effects, did that seem specifically tuned to me, or that if anyone had done that, they might have felt that way?
Roll me a nature check. Let's see.
He's actually good at these.
These Druish.
Exactly.
That is still my
That's
favorite
proficiency.
fucking line ever.
but her nose.
I still have the inspiration for that on my character sheet.
It's a good one. He's Druish.
He doesn't look Druish.
She had a nose job.
So, 18, Casimir. What was wafting off of it felt primal to you. It felt like the first time you ever smelled blood when you first transformed. And because of that, you have to assume like that was crafted specifically for you or gathered for you. It was more intoxicating than any blood you've encountered up until now. You're not even sure if it was blood technically that was in there, but whatever was sealed inside of that container, it was incredibly old. Something ancient that unlocked that need to feed from you.
This is a weird question, but did it feel like the hunger was more from a vampirism point, or more from like the whole chest situation that was going on?
Oh,
Did it feel like
vampiric. It felt more
It
vampiric.
was vampiric. Okay,
Yeah.
so not eldritch. You know, kind of really that's maybe it might have been a trip for all of us, but that was absolutely one for me. I don't know what it is, what it was, but it was intoxicating, to say the least.
Yeah.
Really?
I had Marcella's effect is less immune than what that did.
Wonder if it has anything to do with a really old vampire, maybe?
The only one I could think would be Dracul.
Maybe it
But there's
was.
no way that they would be able to have something like that.
Maybe it was demon coke.
Perhaps.
It seemed very ancient and primordial.
Yes. It was old, for sure.
Oh.
But it was stronger than the bloodline ties that I have. Like, I can resist to a certain extent those that are older than me. They have some small control. But that was instant and total control.
Well, let's be wary.
Yeah. Just another reminder that I do not want to be on your bad side, Kaz.
Likewise, I'm sorry about, well, the biting, sure, but also the, slamming you down onto the ground, out of the sky.
To be fair, that was a very gentle fall.
True.
To be fair, I can't exactly blame you. I'm more gonna blame the shitheads that put that there. It's very clear that they wanted that. They did that in order to
Stall us.
stall us, or
And harm us. Break us
Yeah.
apart, maybe.
eliminate us entirely, and then they'd have to deal. But then they'd have to deal with blood-crazed Casimir. But
They put it here specifically. They left it its fate. And for how quick could they have done this? It's not even been that long since we left.
it's only been a few hours.
And they managed to get here and set something up like this. Something feels off about this, but I don't know what.
Well, I suppose there's no path but through. We could. How old does this shipwreck look?
Nature check. Fairly recent, as in maybe the past month or so. Notably, it looks like it was shot by massive ballistas. Not that it intentionally wrecked here, but like it was dragged here.
Any distinguished markings of what are they called? The CSC?
On the vessel, no. Notably, it does not have its current banner or flag on it. Like, those things were taken off.
Okay. We want to just try and find the Tokus, or do we want to look at this shipwreck?
I think we should investigate the shipwreck.
A little bit, yeah.
Alrighty then. So, if we are investigating the shipwreck, go ahead, people. Roll me an investigation. Up to 2 people can interact with this to start. Well, it looks like Lucian's done it.
Anybody got some guidance?
Yeah, we got that good guy.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you can have a guidance. If I was a bard, I'd give you some fucking bardic too.
Hell, you better hit 35. Hey,
You know it, son.
36. So, Lucian. Going inside of the vessel, it looks all but scanned and completely clean, barren of any previous belongings that would have been on it. Notably, it has a few very distinct alcoves in it, which would suggest to you that this was probably more of a lucrative vessel. Not one that would sail under the banner of any large company, but one that would do favors and deeds for people that would pay for it. A mercenary type of ship. It has several hidden locations where somebody could hide away cargo to not be seen when you check in at the docks, and it has quite a few various holding cells for people if they had to be captured for some reason or another. It's very, very similar to what a mercenary or pirating crew would have for their ship. However, as you are looking through all of this, you do uncover that there is one hidden alcove in the vessel that nobody had checked. The mast itself has this small section of the wood that can be pressed into and open, And inside of it, you see that there is a small scroll case tucked away. Good job finding that, because the DC was actually 30.
Nice. So we got a scroll case.
Correct.
Careful on opening that.
Oh yeah. I'll check if traps.
Go ahead.
So make sure there's not any more primordial souls stuck in it.
So yeah, well I'll stow it, and later on I'll detect magic and try to deal with it.
Oh, are you not investigating it?
Do we need to do this right now?
That's up to you guys.
Could be helpful now.
All right. Well, I can detect magic to see if it's like warded, but I'll have to do that ritually. It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, we can wait.
All right. I'll start checking things out.
All right.
I'll detect magic and see if there's any interesting spells affecting the case.
So, when you cast Detect Magic, very notably, you detect nothing in your hand. As if there is no object in your hand. You, being the experienced wizard you are, know that that translates to mean it is under the non-detection style of effect. Maybe the scroll case itself has that effect. Maybe one of the reasons that nobody had found it when they clearly scavenged every inch of this ship.
Okay. Is it like just a standard scroll case where I could just pop it open?
You can, and you can also roll an investigation to see if it was trapped, like you mentioned before.
I thought that was part of the non-detection thing. Okay,
No,
yeah,
non-detection does not detect traps.
I will definitely check to see if it is trapped. So investigation.
Yes, sir.
I will help you.
Go ahead.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Oh, guidance.
Yes, that's what I was waiting for. Oh, well, I'm not gonna hit the highest bar, but pretty good. 33.
We love 33.
Not bad.
So,
It's not trapped. You really know it's...
no, it is trapped.
Oh.
If you were to open the top of this case like a normal scroll, it would burn and destroy whatever's on the inside. You can see that inside of the top cork area, there's probably some mechanism or something with black powder in there to destroy it. As soon as you would open it, it would do that. However, you also discern how to solve this problem as well. You are proficient in thieves' tools, correct?
Yes, I am.
If you drill a very tiny hole in the top and then fill it with water, there's going to be a breaking point where you make all of the black powder no longer usable, but you don't soak whatever is inside of the case, which is why it's going to be a dexterity check with the thieves' tools to disarm the trap.
All right.
Oh god, if she actually would have incinerated the gourd and Casimir
Thieves'
would not
tools.
have broken out of it.
Well, I didn't have advantage, but it was 28.
28.
It's not bad.
You pull out your lock-picking tongs and sit there and start slowly grinding it into the top until inevitably it moves inside just a little bit so you can control how much water floods in. And go over to the shoreline, start scooping up water and pouring it in there slowly, trying to meticulously place the water into the whole opening. There is going to be excess water that floods into the container, but that's unavoidable. You're just making sure you don't completely destroy whatever's on the inside. After doing this for about a minute or so, you unscrew it and you see a small little burst of fire that happens upwards. The ignition that would have incinerated it. 1 point of fire damage, Lucian. Ow.
Got me, huh?
Yeah. Well, that part was unavoidable. When you fish it out,
Right.
you unravel what appears to be the right side or left side of some type of circle of power. A magical circle of some variety.
Hmm. Am I able to I gain any different understanding? I mean, through Tempest, I can cast Circle of Power. So I did use it in the battle with Leo, so I have some understanding
When
of
I
a
say
divine spell.
A circle of power, I meant like a powerful circle of
Yeah.
some type of power. It's something. And you only have half, either the left or the right half. You're not sure because you can rotate it either way.
Yeah.
But you can roll an Arcana check. You only have half of it though, so be aware you won't know everything for certain. This is going to be disadvantage.
Oh, and disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will help to make it even.
You are proficient in
Yes.
Arcana, correct?
I am.
Good. Sorry, I
And you
keep
get
asking. You
guidance.
keep switching your character.
28.
Guidance.
Add a D4.
Oh, and guidance.
Yeah. Sorry, Jeff. You are hard to hear.
I know.
No,
I know.
it happens. It's 31.
31. This appears to be the right-hand side of a circle of protection. By the looks of it, it is designed to protect against demons. And, I mean, you can't be for certain, but you think if the circle was drawn properly, it would be an incredibly wide radius, like 4 or
Oh,
5 miles
jeez.
wide.
Oh, man.
And if anything else happens to come up with all of this in the future, you'll have quite a bit of information from what you discovered just now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. It's nothing good. But we messed it up a little bit, I guess. We should probably keep moving into the island.
Sounds good then.
So,
So everyone be cautious. Don't just open every random urn that you find. Please.
earn. So, you begin traveling. Heading into the little bit of forestation that exists on this far west side of the island. Vindir, you picked up tracks when you saw the other side of the ship. These tracks that seemed like they paused in location for a short period of time and then abandoned the location very, very, very quickly. This tells you that while that fighting was taking place with Casimir and with Reese, this individual you saw earlier was present, at least for the start of it, before fleeing during the chaos. They're only 10, 11 minutes ahead of you, and they seem to begin to cover their tracks very well, as if they stop walking in the area.
Does it seem like it's a misty step or like a teleportation?
Like they just stopped walking, possibly a fly spell or levitation or teleport. You can't really discern that easily. You can just see the tracks, and inside of the forestation is when they switched.
Well, they were 10 to 15 minutes in front of us. But their track stopped.
Yeah, there's many reasons for that. No doubt they are continuing forward. Like, thus far, like, the battle on the beach and whatnot, have we been, like, pretty loud?
That was far from a quiet encounter. Reese
Yeah.
did have to scream out to all of you that Casimir went crazy.
Yeah.
So if there was anybody local to all of that, they would have been very, very aware of your presence.
But beyond that, were we trying to move stealthily? Like, maybe lose any... I don't know. Well... I'm gonna send Johan up ahead. I think I can communicate with him within 100 feet, so I'll send him up, you know, like 80 feet kind of diagonally into the trees, see if he notices anything.
Okay. Have Johan roll me a perception check, please.
He gets advantage.
Yeah, he does. 18. He doesn't notice anything surrounding the slight forestation, but he does notice the large middle section of this island that seems expertly excavated and opened wide in order to allow all of these incredibly fine-looking estates and amusements to be placed here. He also notices that as he's flying around, he is the only owl on this island. There's a few gulls, of course. There's even a few smaller, more localized woodland birds. Less predatory, though, than he is. The last thing he would notice is the standing tower off in the distance in the middle of this island. As he's looking at it, there's something that attracts his attention towards the top, something that glistens just once as the rays of the suns hit it properly. Now I can show you guys what Summersea Island looks like. Yay! This is the actual fine location. The players made it, so I don't want to hear shit about what it looks like.
I remember
Wyatt-
this map
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Wyatt was here too.
Yeah, we've been here.
Your characters have been here?
Yes.
I think Seabass was here, but
Yeah,
yeah.
we went there as like Kaz, Sebas, Liara. We've been here.
Oh, so
I
Kaz
thought
has
we
been here.
invented this island. Like, it wasn't there until, like, you just sort of, like, plopped it on there.
I thought that was the other Friday group that invented it.
We did.
We came to the Temple of Gabriella at one point. We met the guy
Yeah.
here.
So they must have came afterwards because we built the temple
Well,
and the
there you
casino.
go. I don't remember. Yeah, we didn't build a casino, so yeah, clearly you know more about this than we do.
There
Yeah.
should be a cobbler by the name of Boblin the Goblin around
Yeah.
here somewhere.
Met him.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, you guys visited once a while. Oh, a long time ago. Jesus.
It was a long time ago. I think like Trivial
Yeah.
might have still been in the game at that point.
Yep, Trivial was in the game at that point. We were fighting
Yeah,
water
like-
dragons.
Wow.
This was like when I only just recently joined. This was a long time ago, but we have been here.
Yeah, the water dragons.
So, good times. As you guys are approaching, you hear that there's a lot of music playing right now. It seems to be stemming from the outdoor fest area that they have. These beautiful harmonics set up in the stage that is out there, with music bellowing and echoing outwards, telling you all that there's definitely some form of celebration going on. And as you all are walking forward, you see a very refined looking man walk past wearing a toga and sandals, carrying a coconut that smells distinctly of more than just coconut water. He looks, woo, let's go! He looks at all of you. Hey, you're out of dress code. Hey, everyone, these guys are out of dress code. Hey. And he starts trying to draw attention to all of you being here.
Now let's hold on there.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
checking my inventory.
We just
not
got
worry
here.
about the. We just got here. We didn't know there was a dress code.
Oh,
Calm down.
sorry, man. Just you guys are out of dress. Hey, this is the toga festival, so you gotta be in your toga. Do you guys not bring your own toga?
Is there a place where we can get togas?
Oh, sure, man. I got plenty of them. I just need a little prestidigitation, and we'll be fine.
Sounds good.
All right, come over to my house. I got you. Come on. By the way, I don't recognize you guys. You live here? You got a place here?
Timeshare.
Oh, yeah. Which building? You can roll me a deception check because
No
you can
shit.
possibly fare. No, that's legit. This is all a timeshare location on this island. Almost
Yes.
everything is.
There's a couple of houses, but mostly it's
I
actually-
You know,
Whoa.
like 4B on the west side.
Magical guidance. Reroll that.
Sure.
It's better.
Okay. 13 minus 1. Wait a sec. You don't look like you're from around these parts.
I mean, obviously, I'm from Valor's Peak. I'm not from here.
But which house is yours?
Come on, man. Nobody's from here.
You guys,
Let's go get a beer.
roll me a persuasion roll.
Look, I could just throw that out there. All right. Come on, persuasion.
14. He smashed. You gotta be wearing toga to get beer. Come on, let's go get your toga.
Yeah.
And you start walking down a different path, and he is incredibly loud and among the most drunk of individuals, but not by a very large margin out here. He wanders down the pathway until you get over to the more common housing, quote unquote, down over to this area, and as he brings you there, it's this marvelous looking house made completely out of wood, reinforced with stone walls on the outside, showing the perimeter of the property and keeping it distinctly theirs, and also protecting the place from, well, hazardous weather that exists in a place like this.
When I look around, did I befriend a drunken Toku? Are we walking into their house?
No, this is not a Toku estate.
Good.
Their banner is from the ground territory of Zodiac. As they walk up to the front door, they reach underneath their toga, like where their crotch is, and pull out a ring of keys and takes the one key to unlock the door. Noticeably, Vendir, the door was not locked. He just thought it was. When you get inside, he'll holler out real quickly. Hey, guys, if any of you guys are in here right now, shush, we got people who need togas. Alright, coast is clear. And he'll bring you over towards the small little lounge area that is covered in food, smells horrendously bad, several different togas lying around that have different levels of mess on them from this man's activities. It looks like he's been lush for at least the past few weeks.
I will find one that looks relatively my size, and I will prestidigitate it to not be soiled.
Oh, beautiful thing about togas, unless you're freakishly large, it's going to fit you.
There you go. So now I got a toga.
All right, you take it. And
I will.
Do you know how to don a toga? Wait, the god of drinking. You know how to don a toga.
Yeah, they're not hard. You just.
You were saying something, Reese?
Reese will also grab a toga and prestidigitate it clean, and just sort of follow Lucian's lead as to how to put it on.
It's a little different because of the tail.
Yeah,
Tail and wings.
Ooh.
It's all right, but
surprisingly,
you just have
the
to,
wings
like,
are fine with togas. It's the
over your neck.
tail.
And then you have to like twist it around and then go back around, and then you're good. Just not too tight.
He's like weirdly like do like a over under and around to compensate for the tail.
It's going great, guys. You're
It
doing
works.
a great job, man. Everyone else, you can find togas, but you definitely want your allies to clean them for you.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah, Kaz will find one. It's just like
Don't even
holding
have to
it, like-
ask. I'm just unsoiling cloth all around me. I'm like, oh, this place is terrible.
I'm not gonna don a toga because I'm a man of the cloth, so I will be showing off my religious
Hey, buddy.
iconography.
Buddy, listen, it's okay. All of the priests of Gabriella are also wearing their togas, and all of the other priests were screwed off for the festival.
I am not a priest of Gabriella.
Now, you're not supposed to be here.
Why?
It's all right.
All of the other priests were told to leave.
He's a guest.
Oh, you
Can the
got
priest not go? Can the priest not go on vacation?
Oh, you're allowed to, but this is Gabrielle's. They said everyone has to wear a toga. Shit, even my frat brother, he's wearing a toga right now, and he's
Alright.
training to be a cleric.
I will put on a toga and make it look horrible on purpose.
Oh yeah, dude, it's great. Hey, you show a little much in the back. Hey, buddy, what's up with your hand? He looks at you, Lucian, with spectral hand and a toga.
Don't worry about it. And I'll like do a weird magic trick where just the arm
Oh.
goes around.
Oh shit, are you like one of those fucking veteran guys?
I've been through some shit, man.
Oh, dude. He stands straight up. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it.
I thought about joining the military once, but then I got into college.
Well, it all depends. It can be good and can be bad. It's a wild time.
Wow thing. Oh, dude. They play Wild Thing every night. It's amazing. You gotta be here for
I
it.
bet they do.
It's amazing, guy. Hey,
It makes your heart sing.
that's what they say. And he starts slapping you on the chest. That's what they fucking say. Oh, oof. Hey, Dude, you're really scarry. He looks at you, Casimir, with like a lot of scars.
Yeah. I mean, things happen. You know, when blades get stuck into you, not everything moves. You got one of these in black? Or maybe red?
No, it's all white and gold.
Not really my colors, but okay.
It was meant for the sun. The goddess, sun.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, but-
loves us.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, she loves us. He goes for a high five.
Yeah, give him one.
Roll for enthusiasm. Performance. Just
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think Casimir was gonna go for the high five, so Lucian was gonna try to like intercept it with his like ghost hand to like not make it awkward.
I think you go ahead and you put yours there because Casimir's definitely super slow and hesitant.
Like, yeah, man.
You can roll me a deception check, Lucian, to intercept real quick. Make him think it was him, not your spectral
Right,
hand.
that was all me.
Oh yeah, he'll fall for it when he's this piss drunk. Hey guys, so let's go to the dining hall. What's your names? My name's Chad.
Fitting.
Oh, Chad, my name is Reese.
Reese. I know a guy named Reese. Yeah, he goes to my college. He plays the spoons.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, you always see him with a spoon. Call him Reese with a spoon.
Well, you could call me Reese without a spoon. Then.
And he throws his arm over you. If this guy was a little bigger, you might have a issue with falling over, but he seems more a danger to himself than anybody else right now.
Yep.
And he starts walking with you guys over towards the dining section. Yeah, man, it's a great time here, man. I work at. I came here and my family, they own that building right there. He points at the building you guys just walked out of. And,
Oh yeah.
yeah, man, they told me there's going to be a secret festival here. Yeah, at first I thought it was an orgy. And, you know, I heard about that death sacrifice orgy thing, so I got curious. And this is not that. It's not that. It's not.
A death orgy?
Is this
You know,
guy like a
just
Toku
sounds
guy?
Weird, right?
Like, is he like a dumbass Toku guy?
He is super stupid, but he is not a Toku. You saw the
some
family
fucking dude.
crest. He's some fucking dude. But he's helping you blend in perfectly.
Alright, alright.
So, what's about this sex, death orgy? What?
Oh yeah, man. It's apparently this super weird cult thing, man, where you get these people, right, to gather up who, you know, something has to be wrong with them, right? Because only somebody fucked up in the head would actually go to one of these things, and they do this orgy where I guess if you fuck well enough, you get to fuck a god or something. I don't know, but they call it a death orgy. You know, some people say, you know, people are dying there, but I mean, if you're gonna die, am I right? And he goes for a high five in deer.
Yeah.
This fucking guy. Although, you know, the fireworks festival that's coming up, everyone's gathering. This doesn't sound good. When is that festival?
The festival's supposed to be in a week.
Maybe we have time.
You got time
When's
for what?
when's the fuck orgy supposed to happen?
Oh no, I thought this was gonna be that, so I came. It's definitely not that. This is supposed to be for the first rays of this side of the sun. So how do I tell you? So, look at the sun. Don't look directly, but look at the sun, right? Not direct, just at it, right?
Okay.
The sun has different faces, or phases. There's different sides, and we're kidding a day where we're about to hit the other side of the sun. So, what you're supposed to do is celebrate all of the bad shit you've done during the last phase, and then the last day you just purge it all out of yourself, and you get to feel better about yourself because it's a new phase of the sun, and that tells you all that it's gonna be okay. Roll me a religion check to try to translate what he's saying, Vindir.
I'm also gonna roll because I'm trying to see if there's any like actual like festival day of Gabby that sounds reasonable to that.
14, Vindir. This sounds like a lot of bullshit. I mean, repentance usually comes with, empathy, not getting shit-faced. I mean, this sounds like some backwater made-up bullshit for what should be a spiritually attuned day if this sun over this world has different phases, like they're saying it does. Reese, however, this is a common practice among the rich of Zodiac, where they sometimes do backhanded illegal things, and in doing that, they sometimes end up feeling remorse for that. So they recognize this day the phase switching from one face of the sun to another. It is supposed to be them expelling all of the bad, all of the horrible feelings they've had, letting loose completely in order to end one cycle of the sun with all of that negativity and then move into the next cycle of the sun with positivity and, more remorse, more restraint to help purge this from their bodies each year.
And he'll sort of like decipher in sort of a jovial way. He's like, "Oh yeah, whereas when you're like, you did some bad stuff, but it's a new face, so you gotta like let loose and then gonna start over anew and make up for what you did."
And back when Valor's Peak was Leoless, in Leoless particularly, this was an actual purge where the high society dragonborn and dragonkin of Voskarvin would murder peasants that disappointed them. But everywhere else in the realm showed a lot more restraint than Leoless, so,
He'll leave out the purge, like the Leoless part.
That's your call.
Just sort of like, oh yeah, it's like it's a start of a new cycle. It's like new leaf, everything.
Yeah, this guy gets it, man. So we're just letting loose, and you guys already paid your fee, right?
We came a little
Yes.
late, so I still need to pay my fee. I think some of them may have already.
Did you guys bring your coin purse? Or...
Oh, of course.
Did you? Because you're wearing a toga right now. And if you did, you're going to have to describe how you obtained the coin purse.
So he's still got his cane, obviously. Like, he's got to have his magic implement.
Yeah. People are walking around with weapons, very clearly. You guys can have your weapons and such on you. No problem.
I'm gonna say he, in the sort of like how he had to tie the toga like around his tail. On the inside of the toga, he also tied his coin purse to a string around his tail.
So you reach back to.
Yeah, reach back like I'm about to scratch my ass and then pull out my my coin purse.
It's not the first time I've seen that here. Okay. All right, then let's bring you over to the dining section. They're gonna ask you. You need to tell them which of these buildings are your families.
We'll do that in a second. Let's get you a couple more drinks. I think you need a
Woo,
top
more
off.
drinks. Yeah, dude, this thing's been empty for like a minute. And he goes with you over to the dining section, and as he walks in, and you guys are directly behind him, he shows his wristband very quickly, and he's allowed inside. And everybody else, you do not have that wristband that he has.
What color was it?
Yellow.
Do I spot anyone close by that has it?
Oh yeah, everybody else who is not an employee at the event. And the employees are clearly wearing togas, they just don't have a wristband on. They have black belts tying it.
Is there any, very convenient locations to just slip one away from them?
No, everybody's wearing it on their wrists, so you can try, but that's going to be a sleight of hand check.
Nah, I'll wait and see what the others do first.
Alright. So who's stepping up in line first after him?
Before Reese will step up after him, but he will prestidigitation, and at the end it says you create a non-magical trinket that can fit in your hand, and he's gonna make a wristband, a yellow wristband, and put it on.
Yup. All right, Reese, you step forward with your wristband, and they just usher you past. Who's next? We'll say Lucian does the same thing because he has prestidigitation, and he BRB'd. So
Yeah, one of the lesser known applications of prestidigitation.
yeah, who would have thought? It's the best spell in the game. Bang for buck, nothing compares.
Kaz will also just hold out his wrist to one of them. Can you do it on me?
I think I can have it.
They can only do one.
You can have up to 3 different
up to
effects. At
3,
the same
so-
time.
Ooh, nice.
Anyone who can't do it themselves, I'll give them a counterfeit wristband.
All right, so you can cover 2. Lucian can cover the other 2. Lucian, you're using the last effect of prestidigitation to make counterfeit wristbands for you and your allies.
All right.
You can make 3. Reese can make 3. That covers the whole party. And it lasts up to 1 hour.
Thankfully, it's a cantrip, so we can just do it indefinitely.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah. So you guys all flash your wristbands to get in, and Chad is already over at doing a barrel stand right now, where he is standing up, holding a barrel that has a tube connected to his mouth, and he's chugging and trying to bench the barrel up and down.
Hey, well, if he's distracted, what do we want to do from here?
Find out where the Toku house is. Or if they even have one.
Now, did the house that we went to, Did it have like an insignia on it that denoted who, like which house, like which families it was?
It did. It was a well-renowned family in the Toros district. The Blabsters.
Chad Blabster.
Yeah. Listen, guys. Sometimes I have to have fun too.
Of course. And we can look at the houses, see which one has a Toku insignia. But I have a feeling that they won't be that open about it, but who knows?
Alrighty.
Let's just start searching.
Well, you guys are in the dining section right now, where you can pick up food. You see there's a large congregation of people. You're more remote from the outdoor fest area that they have, as well as the Temple of Gabriella itself. However, you are still, within proximity of everything else. So you guys just gonna walk out of here?
I think we'll grab drinks just to make it look like we're participating, and then start walking around, trying to look for any signs of Tokus.
Okay. So I need a performance check out of everybody to act like you belong here. You notice almost everybody is shit-faced except the staff.
I'm gonna use scribe advantage.
Let's go.
I'll use recap advantage.
Make sure you're rolling for Liara as well, Casimir. Nice. Vendired, we love 22. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so that's divided by 5. Your group average comes out to 20. This is a group performance of all of you acting shit-faced together. It's one person is walking. Casimir's a little, he hasn't been drunk in forever. So he's a little like, yeah, I'm loose. And he has the assistance of Reese and Liara stepping up and throwing their arms around and starting to move them, and everybody's acting together, make it look like Lucian and Casimir are helping to guide everybody as the other three are more reasonably shit-faced. And as you are wandering around, I need you to roll me an investigation. We'll leave it to the people who rolled poorly on their performance to roll that. Since the other three are keeping the performance alive, we need Lucian and Casimir to roll the investigations. Damn, Cash, you had to beat them, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh, wait, you did it on your performance, so you can't have guidance. You can only guidance...
28 then.
Yeah. Haha, Lucian,
Wait.
you won. The wizard beat the barbarian.
Mostly fighter.
Sorry, the wizard beat the marshal. So, as you guys are wandering down, you notice that the right-hand side where you came from is where all of the timeshares actually are. All of these buildings seem to be for people that share that house and who gets to be there at different various times with different various families. So wandering past all of that, you also notice that these upper two buildings closer to the centralized event, these are the employee housing. You definitely aren't going to find any Toku ever caring about their employees, as they just blew up the estate without a single care in the world with people inside. As you wander down the road over towards the left-hand side, however, that's where you start to notice these 4 very large buildings. These 4 buildings don't have any signs or iconography associated with them. Instead, what they have are guards patrolling around the outside, keeping a very distinct eye on them and securing them. Lucian and Casimir. This building right here, which is the closest one to witnesses, let's call them. That's the building that has some guards that are wearing the same garb as the Toku family's guards had. Not wearing their regalia, showing off specifically where they are associated with. Instead, just barely blending in as they patrol around it. You also notice that these two smaller houses are meant for the personal servants of the family houses at this estate. Now, mind you, the symbol out front is not the Toku family symbol, but a symbol to CSC instead.
Well, that building appears to belong to, what was it again? The Copious Scamp Company that the Tokus are involved with. I think that is our mark. We just gotta get inside.
Now, as you're walking through Lucian, you notice one of the guards looks over towards your group, and you move you and Casimir and Reese's faces enough away that Vindir and Liara's are more seen, since those are the ones that aren't as known by everybody to be with you. And you push forward with that too. So, Vindir, you unfortunately being the only one of those three individuals in the front, the guard will approach. Excuse me, you all need to leave this area. It's a private party.
Oh, we have wristbands.
This is private. Please leave. And they grab their blade, the hilt of their blade threateningly.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Sir, this is a
a
private
vacation.
estate. You leave.
Okay, I haven't entered the estate. You can calm down.
He looks to be getting very frustrated with you.
Do we need
How-
to call somebody over here?
How many are there multiple guards now, like, taking notice
Well-
of this?
Now there's multiple guards that are starting to move over to help him.
How far away are they?
Maybe 60 feet from him.
Okay.
And they're moving from different sides. You know?
Draconic presence. I'm gonna choose awe.
Oh.
So they all need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's against my
Spell save DC, yeah.
my spell save.
Or be charmed. Oh, you're all is charm them, correct?
Yeah, awe is charm.
Okay, well, these are all elves, so they have advantage.
It's worth a shot.
All right, we'll roll in sets of 2. 1, 2, 3. They have a total of plus... Actually, let me just get off the fucking sheet. It was these guys. Wisdom. They have plus
Yes.
4s.
DC 19.
So first one saves. Second one failed. Third one failed. So the first guy directly in front of you is, Sir, all of you need to start backing when he, puts his hand on your shoulder, Vindir, to try to shove you. He could not possibly shove you. But the other two, hey, man, hey. He's cool. He points over at Reese, who's still, hiding himself a little bit.
He'll make himself a little bit more visible. It's like, let's calm down. I'm sure we can come to an understanding. I'm sure you don't want to be here. Let's just go our separate ways. Think nothing of it.
Persuasion.
That I'm good at. I'm going to use my game advantage.
The right P word. Damn, still a shitty roll, but 22.
I'm going to use magical guidance to re-roll the 2. That's just pitiful.
You know 22 is an auto success for you, right?
Oh, I forgot about 22.
Yeah, it's
I was
22.
I was so focused on
Low number bad. No,
Low
it's
number
22.
bad.
Like, it's a really good roll.
Never mind.
Okay.
The perfect roll.
Yeah. You could not have said it more perfectly to them as the guy looks at you and he nods. And, please. And he'll gesture for you guys to leave. Now, a lot more calm and just gesture. For you to keep moving. You don't have to leave, but you have to keep moving past the estate.
Yeah. And I'll usher everyone. Let's move along, and then we'll try to find a better mode of attack.
So, you all continue walking and walking and walking, and you see the one guard, the one who was in the middle, seems a little concerned, speaking to the other two, and the other two are just, shaking their heads. And no, he's fine, he's fine. They're charmed, they're infatuated with you, Reese. So, the one guard, he clearly has a look of knowledge that says he's aware of who you are and why you're here. But the other two, they don't think you're a problem. You're clearly just here for the festivities. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? So you have the guards fighting with each other.
Are those the only guards?
Oh, no. They definitely have a few more guards around, but those are the ones that were patrolling separately at the front area. Moving towards where that fountain is, towards the housing area, you can see there's a couple of station guards around the side of it, and this is by far the most heavily secured location that you've encountered so far on this island. And when you pass by Vendir, you see inside the servants' quarters, there's an individual who's currently walking out who they have a stitching across their breast that looks like it was completely removed for the patch that would have been exactly like the patches of the Toku family crest that all of the servants had at their fort that you just attacked earlier today. The person seems incredibly annoyed and fed up, and as they're saying words under their lips, you get the feeling from them that this individual is incredibly fed up with the Toku family and their demands. And they seem to be a lowly servant, lesser than even a butler.
Well, I'm going to point this out and let Reese know, since Reese seems to be pretty good at making people around here bow to his command.
Reese will approach the servant.
Mm-hmm.
You seem discontent, friend. Might I...
His
offer
eyes go
you-
wide with recognition.
Might I lend you an ear?
You can see that he's currently debating, screaming out that Rasan is here, and shitting himself.
I'm not here to harm you. We are here for them. You seem discontent. If you can help us, you will be protected.
Roll me persuasion.
35.
He'll look at all of you, recognizing a few more faces in your small crowd, looking from side to side, and will gesture his head towards a closed-off stable not too terribly far, and then begins to make sure the coast is clear as he goes over there. You guys are standing out in the open right now.
Yep. Reese will lightly gesture at everybody and head with the guy.
Yeah.
So, everybody joins over into the stables.
Yep.
Yep.
Once there, you see that he's the stable boy for the family, and he's responsible for cleaning up the dung and tossing it into piles of hay and tossing that into a corner out of the way, and also putting it in a barrel, taking it down towards a remote location on the island to discard it, since nobles don't want to smell their own horse's shit. When you all get there, he'll turn towards all of you. For my assistance, I want a full pardon.
Is there anything you did in particular, or is it only what they told you to do?
They told me to.
What did they tell you to do?
If I'm going to help you, I want a full pardon.
Don't worry. The only people that we are here to deal with, and the only people that are going to be punished, is the family proper. We have been told specifically that servants and even the guards are not our targets.
Roll me another persuasion. 32. He'll chew on his lip a little too aggressively, putting a little bit of blood that drips down. Casimir, your salivating hasn't ended yet, just so you know. You are completely in control right now, but you still feel it, and you have to turn your head away in order to not concentrate on that blood too much. As he nods his head. Fine. These fucking heathens need to be taken care of. And I think this is where we're calling the session this week. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.